I've been doing capoeira for about 3 years now. I was looking for a class in a space in the Arbor downtown, actually for a dancing class. And when I opened the schedule, I saw there were capoeira classes there, and I was curious to see what was it about, and I clicked on the link, and there was a website where it was inviting people to join family classes, which wasn't super intimidating to me. So we kind of talked about it, and we were very excited to try it as a family and have that bonding experience. And we started family classes, then kids started kids classes. We slowly joined adult classes, and the rest of the history.
I've been training for 3 years, and initially we found capoeira by looking online and looking for some activity that I believe we can do with the kids. You know, it was something probably around sport, and Sonia, my wife, she found this activity on the website, and we said, why won't we try it? So our background is from Israel, and a couple of times we actually saw capoeira in Israel. People performed, and it was really awesome, and I always wanted to try it. The class was extremely friendly, and it was amazing. Kids loved it.
Well, being a person who has never done any sports in my life for a long period of time, it's really an achievement for me to be kind of doing something for such a long time. It definitely impacted my confidence and confidence in my physical abilities as well, because when I sometimes look at the move presented or sequence, and it seems to me pretty much impossible to do, but with time I can achieve those things, and it's like, wow, maybe it's not as great, but I'm still kind of progressing and working towards this goal. It definitely has a kind of positive impact on myself, and it applies to all the different areas of life subsequently. So definitely huge impact on me personally, but also seeing progress on the kids, like how they progress, it's truly amazing. So I definitely recommend everyone I know to join capoeira classes now. I'm a big advocate for this.
Berimbau e balancei, berimbau e o xaxá. É o meu xodó, quem dança no forró capoeira. Berimbau e balancei, berimbau e o xaxá.
When we started capoeira, all my life I did sport. I like doing sport, but I mostly focused on personal sports, like tennis, sport that does not require any collaboration. And to be honest, initially I started doing capoeira and like a workout. It's a nice workout, twice a week or 3 times a week. But with time, you start getting into it. You start understanding slowly what capoeira is. And I think there is a reason why it's called a game, a play. And you play capoeira, you not fight capoeira. It requires collaboration, it requires a lot of, I would say, entanglement between two people, a discussion or a dialogue between two people. It's not a typical martial art where you hit, where you're just waiting for another person to just turn around or just, a little bit look different to a different direction and kick, and that's your moment to kick. Capoeira is different. You actually let the other person to express himself, and with the hope that the person will let you to express yourself. So it's basically a dialogue that comes into life via some physical activity which incorporates kicking and a little bit of dancing and expression and facial expression and different movements.
So when the pandemic happened, there was a lot of chaos, right? Like in all of the areas of our lives. It was definitely uncertain situation at the job state, right? Like what's going to happen to the companies we work for. There was no school for kids. There was this in general chaotic and fear, right? Like with the public and everywhere, news, you can't watch it for a long time after a certain period of time. So I feel like for me and for our family, capoeira was this one kind of normal, constant thing in our lives, kind of routine. That sort of helped us to get through the pandemic for sure, because like every day would be, you know, something new negative happening, like related to the pandemic. And knowing that, oh, we have like 5 o'clock, it's a kids class. So it's like, oh, we know this person. There's a familiar face, even though it's on the screen. And everyone had to adapt to this. And I know Lubini had to try a few things. So we had to find the space and how do we manage the screens and like how do we do all of that. But having that kind of schedule, and pretty much we saw Lubini every day during certain weeks, because like, you know, it's going to be either kids class or adult class, and we actually started doing capoeira more than before because it was remote. So there was some sort of like convenient and positive aspect to this pandemic, right? It's kind of blessing in disguise because it allowed us to participate more and kind of be more engaged. And sort of capoeira classes became our community during this, like, you know, at least the initial stage of pandemic, right? Like when everyone was locked down at home. We couldn't see anyone, like, or go places, and like people were scared, like didn't really know how to behave. So yeah, definitely helped us tremendously mentally, and also having that like physical exercise outlet, being locked down in the house. You know, kids couldn't go anywhere pretty much, and it was cold for the, you know, beginning of the pandemic. So I felt like there is a lot to thank Capoeira and Lubini on those classes, you know, to get us through and kind of keep our sanity to a certain level. So yeah, very grateful. So I really like those Capoeira classes that we go to because of how, mostly because of the environment and like the supportive feeling, the community that it has. There's no judgment, like everyone at different levels. It's physically challenging, but it's very supportive environment, like emotionally. All the different people kind of try to help each other and explain things. There are people who do it for years, people who do it for a couple of weeks, and they all kind of included in the same activity, which is very cool to see. And especially when we had like family classes, there were little kids, much older people, and everyone was kind of engaging in the same sequence or like exercise. It was really cool to see. So I like that non-competitive aspect of this, just because it's very inclusive and it's very kind of safe. That's how it makes me feel.
I mean, first of all, it's fun because, I mean, whenever we have a language talk to our kids, when I'm telling them, oh, I will kick your martello, they know what I'm going to do. You know, and it's fun because it's provides an additional vessel to connect with our kids. That provides an additional, you know, avenue to talk to them. It's important to keep this connection because as kids grow, especially nowadays, you know, they kind of a little bit separated. They focus on the video games, they focus obviously on their friends, they focused on their school, and it allows us to be more connected and keep, you know, a special pipe through which we can talk about and discuss things that we're doing together. It's one of those things where they can teach us, because they do much better than us. They're much more flexible, they learn much faster, and you know, they can teach us, and that's what they do, and they're very happy to do it because, you know, it's fun for them to teach us.